think Garth Hamilton wanted fourth foul just on the other end before that possession. Hamilton went right into Collison, and Hamilton missed badly, and it didn't look like Collison got any ball. So tough break for Hamilton. Almost drew 4 on Collison early.
Nobody's better at picking up fouls than Borchers. Now it's Hamilton down low, trying to go at the big foul, and they're going to get number 4 on Collison, and they can't believe it. And the head coach for Briar Cliff, Todd Berry, is straight up, and a little too late is Todd Berry as he sends James Larson off the bench. That's 4 on Collison. We won't see him for a while.
It's the same scenario as the Tyson Event Center. Collison got in early foul trouble, and now Larson's going to have to step up big for the Chargers. He's got a big pair of pants to fill out there, Dan. How's he gonna come in there and spell the big man? We might not see Collison for another 10 minutes.
James Larson, the former Nottoway Valley star, he's a good ball player. He can shoot it from long range, can the postman. He's got his hands full with Hamilton as Hamilton tries to kickstart his game after he was pretty quiet in the first half. 29-27, now 30-27. Morningside up by 3. Almost 2 minutes shed here in the second half as Brent Brown with the left hand crosses over with the right, gives it to Gielen. He's being guarded by Borchers. Borchers 6'5", Gielen 6'4". 2 post players far, far away from the basket. Here's Gielen down low as he sneaks down there, and he got it to go and won a late whistle. And the Morningside crowd doesn't like that one, and the foul is going to be...
Looks like on Rudine, I believe.
That's going to be Rudine's first. I believe so, and that's going to be the first foul on Morningside. And going to the free throw line, it's Gielen, no good, and he missed it, and Rudine rips down the rebound, so no harm done there for the Mustangs. 30-29 as he missed it on the old-fashioned three-point attempt. Here's Rudine right in front of his student section, gives it to Borchers. Borchers puts it up, good, and one. I don't know, Borchers might have got away with a travel, but his legs are so long that it might have looked like 3 steps, only 2. What a play by Borchers as he comes roaring up off the floor, screaming at his teammates, trying to get them pumped up. An aggressive player, Borchers, he wants to be out there, and he puts it in. This is the second attempt at the old-fashioned three-point play this game.
And who he drew the foul on is the guy that's trying to spell Collison. Larson picked up his second foul. Borchers diving into the paint, getting hammered, and having the poise to lay it up and in, and converts the three-point play.
Borchers is going to make a case for all GPAC by the end of the season as he finds his team up by 4, 33-29, 2.5 minutes gone, and now Briar Cliff turns the ball over. Trent Miller trying to get his troops, and he gives the ball to Hamilton, who puts it up a foul, and it's going to be on Shipley, I believe. Hopefully it's on Larson, but it was on Shipley as Trent Miller, it looks like he always tries to find Hamilton, cutting and slicing down the court. That time it was no different as another nice drop pass by Miller in transition, and Hamilton's going to go to the line for 2.
Trent Miller, he's got the speed to just run circles around you, and then when you're trying to corral him and keep him in front of you, when Garth Hamilton runs the floor like that, you got to reward a big man to run the floor like that, and Trent Miller has rewarded him numerous times tonight. We talked a little bit in the break there off the air. We talked about Miller's delicious dime, I think you would call it. There's normal dimes, and then there's delicious dimes. He dropped one to Garth Hamilton, a beautiful bounce pass, and then we just saw another nice pass from Miller to Hamilton, and that's a combo right there. The speed of Miller and the hustle of Hamilton to run the floor, it's gonna be there a lot of the times when Miller's being heads up what a point guard should be doing, and he's finding Hamilton.
Todd Berry has been around the block a time or two, but the decision to leave Michael Collison in the ballgame after picking up his 3rd foul early in the second half is a question mark, as not a minute gone after that. He picked up number 4, and he'll be on the bench for quite a while, Tom. If anything tells us from watching basketball, what do you say, about 10 minutes we'll see number 33 back on the court?
It just depends. If Morningside gets a 10-point lead in the next 4 minutes, Collison, Coach Todd Berry might roll the dice and throw him back in early. But if Briar Cliff can maintain this close game, he could sit for as long as 10, 12 minutes till the end of the game. Just matters of how much pressure Morningside can put on a Collison-less defense.
Here's Hamilton from the free throw line. He knocks down the first one. Briar Cliff with a lot of talent on the team, a lot of good numbers. They're obviously a good team, ranked 16th in the recent poll, but when they play Morningside, from what I've seen the last game and a half between these two teams, they have just been unable to put it together. to go, and he's the one that ends up with the ball. Hamburger fires for three again, no good, left it short. And now Briar Cliff's gonna clear, and Matt Geelin's gonna be in the front court. Here's Vanderveen for three, and he got it, and Sykes needs a timeout. And indeed, he'll take one, 42-41, and the Briar Cliff crowd is on its feet after that one as Chase Vanderveen, you can't leave him wide open for three. Morningside made that mistake 2 times in a row. He buried it twice, and we got a 1-point ball game, 6 minutes gone here from Alley Gymnasium.
Wow, games like this would not be possible, Dan, without the underwriting of Drilling Pharmacy, a locally owned full-service pharmacy and gift shop. Across the street from the library in Peters Park, they're located at 4010 Morningside Avenue. Drilling Pharmacy offers online prescription refills and accepts most insurance plans. With easy access from Morningside's campus, Drilling Pharmacy is a proud underwriter of Morningside College basketball. We have a 1-point game, and Vanderveen is getting the fans into it for Briar Cliff. I think that's his fifth three of the night, back-to-back for the Chargers, and they're within 1, and we have 14 minutes to go.
17 points for Chase Vanderveen, the former West Sioux star. He's a senior. He knows that this is a huge game, and he had the Briar Cliff crowd rocking after that one. A smart timeout by Jim Sykes, and
got Brett Lyon corralling the student section over there.
We got a cop right here as well, as things are starting to get a little dicey here in Alley Gymnasium, and we fire it up with 14 minutes left to go. Morningside up by 1, 42-41. KMSC Radio, Dan Corey alongside Tom Chilton. Here's Mitchell Schulte with the left hand. Takes it right into the heart of Larson, and he's going to turn the ball over as he was trying to find Zaz. Sitzman out of control. He led a 3-on-1 fast break. Couldn't find his teammates as he was unconfident with the basketball. Here's Brown, crossover dribble. He's being guarded by Zaz. Zaz quiet tonight on the offensive side. Brown, a good point guard from Connecticut for the Chargers. Here's Engler, who just checked into the ball game, gives the ball to Sitzman. Here's Ben, far side to Engler. Engler with nice pump fake. He'll give the ball, and they're gonna have Semprini fire a three, and he got it no good as it curled around, and Larson gets another offensive rebound. Here's Sitzman. He's gonna give it to Brown. Brown thought about the three. Nice closing defense by Routine to come out and not have Brown shoot the three. 10 minutes left to go here in the ball game. We're all knotted up at 48. Here's Hamilton down low with the good block. And now Borchers thinks smartly and gets the ball to his point guard, as you don't want Borchers bringing the ball up the court. Here's Trent Miller with a beautiful pass. Zaz out of control, and now we have bodies flying all over, and a timeout. Jim Sykes will take it there as the Briar Cliff crowd is all over this one. It really didn't look like anybody had possession of the ball, but we'll take the timeout, and so will head coach Jim Sykes.
Wow, out of control, ball flying everywhere, no one really having a good handle on it. Morningside dodges a bullet by turning it over. Good timeout by Sykes to get it under control. Everybody touched it, both sides of the ball, and Morningside comes up with it. Borchers was on the ground, Chargers were flying around, and that's just been a slice of the game right there to really define the whole matchup as a whole. It's been tough on both sides of the ball, and just a really fun game to broadcast or enjoy as a fan tonight, as we see all the fans from across the city joining up in Alley Gymnasium. Even some fans dressing up in retro Briar Cliff jerseys right here.
Gotta love it. It looks like the old UCLA John Wooden years sitting across the Alley Gymnasium. Just a quick reminder, if you're unable to make the game tonight, you can watch this game. We're streaming live, 3 cameras tonight. Want to give hats off to Dave Madsen, Chris Levine up there doing an incredible job. That's under the KMSC website. Listen live, watch live, and of course, you can listen to Tom and I, our great broadcast as you watch it. If you were unable to make the trip, if you're out of town, former Briar Cliff alum, Morningside alum, we're glad to have you here in Alley Gymnasium. We talked about this off air, how Wells Fargo, a beautiful facility down in Des Moines, Iowa, but you really lose the intensity, the closeness right on top of you type atmosphere that we had when Old Vets was there. The Barn, it was called.
Yeah, a lot of good games. Me and you were actually both at the East Basketball State Championship. For those of you that know Ben Jacobson, that game, really fun because you're shoulder to shoulder with all sorts of people, and that's what we have tonight, fans of both teams right next to each other.
Here's Borchers, takes it baseline, puts it up and in. Brian Borchers, he continues to play better and better throughout the season, the young kid from Lamar's. Here's Brenton Brown streaming down the court, needs to pull it out.
He's played a great game, and he got the starting role tonight. He's looked like a starter.
Here's James Larson down the floor, and now we're going to have a wide open three by Shipley. No good. Getting the rebound, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Shipley and Hamilton fighting for it. Larson was trying to get a foul on Hamilton, just a nice box out down low. And I think we're going to have a timeout, and this time it was a timeout by head coach Todd Berry. So a shade under 3 minutes left to go here from Alley Gymnasium. I am Dan Corey alongside my good friend Tom Chilton, KMSC Radio. Want to thank Tom Casey, I'm sure is enjoying the broadcast back at the studio. Dr. Mike Heisted, who was helping set up things earlier. I'm sure he's back home listening. Dave Madsen, his video crew. Also Chris Levine up there. You gotta love it as we have a 3-camera shoot tonight here in the NAIA. I don't think you can get any better, and I don't think you can get any better of a basketball game, as this is GPAC basketball at its finest, Sioux City basketball at its finest, as it's 62-60, Morningside with the 2-point lead.
Before the game, I was telling you, Dan, when you called me an idiot, just kidding. I was just telling you how it feels like you're in your own world when you have the headset on. I just took the headset off for a second just to get a little taste of the environment, and it is loud in here. Briar Cliff student section is fired up, and I mean rightfully so. With 3 minutes to go, they're on the verge. Some of the seniors, we were saying, that this might be their last chance ever to win a game at Alley Gymnasium, and they're number 16 in the country, and Morningside being unranked. Morningside, it's a hard one having this tough team come into their gym with seniors on the lineup trying to steal one more at Alley, and Morningside's doing everything they can to just hold off and getting it done.
62-60 is your score. 3 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Morningside with the lead and the basketball. Here's Shipley, thought about the three in the corner. He'll settle for 10-foot. No good, a little shot, short. And here's a rebound by Hamilton. Hamilton's getting these rebounds in the extra possession, and that's what you like to see if you're head coach Jim Sykes.
Briar Cliff being held scoreless in overtime so far, and we're halfway through it. Rudine's got all 5 for the Mustangs. Who's going to get it next with Morningside with the ball?
Here's Hamburger with the right hand to Miller. Right side to Hamilton. Hamilton to Borchers in the corner. To Rudine, who came and got the ball from Borchers. Rudine with the left hand. Now here's Miller, being guarded by Vanderveen. 5 on the shot clock once again. Just milking that clock are the Mustangs. Here's Hamilton down low, puts it up. No good, couldn't get it to go. A good look though. And now getting the rebound is Semprini. Semprini's going to clear to Geelan, and Geelan's going to walk it up, and we're going to have a timeout. Smart timeout, I think, by Todd Berry. Just under 2 minutes left to go here in the extra period. 71-66, Morningside with the lead.
It's been a good defensive overtime period for the Mustangs. They haven't given any easy looks to Vanderveen or Semprini. Geelan hasn't got any good look at the hoop. Shipley had the best look so far, and it wasn't that quality. He pump faked right corner and drove baseline, put up a 10-foot contested jumper on the baseline, and then Morningside doing the good job controlling the defensive glass. So Morningside, a pretty flawless game plan through the first 3 minutes of overtime, but now we're at the 2-minute warning. Morningside leading by 5. They've got to keep it up, and they've got to keep getting it from somewhere. So far, that somewhere has been Danny Rudine with a 3 and a pull-up jumper for the Mustangs.
15 points for Rudine. He is the leading scorer for the Mustangs. Chase Vanderveen with 17 leads all scorers. Can't get much better than this, Tom, as this is KMSC Radio MCTV. I am Dan Corey alongside my good friend Tom Chilton. 71-66 is your score. $1:53 left to go here in the extra period. Briar Cliff has the basketball, and they have a huge possession right in front of them.
Yeah, they've got to run a set, and they've got to get a good look. I'm expecting Geelan to get it top of the key, see if he can penetrate and create something off his dribble. If nothing's there, he's going to be looking for Vanderveen or Semprini. Actually, Semprini not in the game for the offensive set. It's going to be Sitzman instead. Probably going to be looking to kick it out to Vanderveen, who's going to bring it up for the Chargers.
So, like you said, Geelan with the basketball right now with the right-handed dribble.